Okay, this is my pantry. I'll bring you a bit closer so you can see. It's pretty bad in there. And see if I can figure out a few ways to utilize the space a bit better. It's just a bit of a nightmare in there, so let's give it a go. I'm keeping all my baking stuff on the top shelf. So I've got 3 tubs of flour. I've got some freezing, high grade and plain flour. So I'm going to put those on the top shelf. And I'm going to follow those up with my 3 jars of sugars, icing, brown sugar and caster sugar. Then I've got these 2 tubs, this one here and this one here. That's got all my stuff like cocoa, corn flour, almond flour, chocolate chips, yeast, things like that. Smaller stuff, so they're going to go up to. I've got 2 things of extra flour, so I can pop those up behind. And I've got a few cereals I'm going to pop up on the top shelf as well. Baking beans, you use these to blind bake. So if you're doing a pastry, you pop these down the bottom, put the pastry into the oven for it to get nice and crispy. The next shelf is all sauces, spreads, and kind of like extra pantry items. So tinned food, crackers, that kind of stuff. I'm actually going to put the Nespresso machine into the pantry. There's a plug in there, so we've got almost no counter space left with all the stuff we've got in all the appliances. So I'm going to see if that fits in there. There's a plug, and I think there should be just enough room. Wow, that's so cool, mister. I'm going to put all my sauces back on here so you can stack them all up and it gives so you can kind of see what's there. So I'm going to put all the sauces that I use the least at the top and moving down to what I use the most. Found the table salt, always good when you clear out the pantry and you find things that you thought you didn't have. I also have this like Lazy Susan type thing, so it spins, so you can kind of see all the different things in each direction. But I haven't found it that useful, so I'm going to see how it fits in. We may not need it. I have 2 big buckets of herbs and spices. There's heaps of them in there. I did actually tidy this up about a week ago, so there's just a few stray ones I'm going to pop back. Try and find some space for. These 2 baskets are all pastas, rice, noodles, lentils, breadcrumbs, stuff like that. Just needs a little bit of tidying up, it's not too bad. This is a basket of tea bags we've kind of collected over time. I don't want to use, but can't quite bring myself to throw away. And also loose leaf tea, which I only have here for when my mum comes to stay. This is a pasta machine that I got given maybe 3 birthdays ago, and I've used a handful of times, but I feel like uncovering it in the pantry feels like I need to make some fresh pasta with it. This is the Edmonds cookbook. I remember when I got it before we went to live in Ireland for a little while, or when we got back, but it's one of those just real classic New Zealand cookbooks, and whenever you want to make something that kind of reminds you of home, it's always a really good one. And this one's got heaps of photos that look really 80s, so yeah, it's heaps of fun. It's just fun to flick through as well. Always good for like school bake sales and things like that. So yeah, I've uncovered that too, so I might have to have a look through and make a couple of them for you. I've put all my plastic sandwich bags into this box here. I always try and reuse them if they're not too manky. Just give them a rinse out with warm soapy water and just let them dry. So yeah, so I've got some older ones and then ones I haven't used. I'm down to the last 2 shelves. So it's like lunch boxes, plastic containers, a whole lot of reusable shopping bags. So yeah, almost there. I've also got these in the pantry. This here slides onto the pantry shelf and then you can store things in there. It kind of just ends up a dumping ground, so I'm going to clear most of this out. I think there'll be probably a lot of slide stuff. I think these 2 baskets will just end up being like little treats for the kids. There's some stuff they've got around Halloween, so I'll just keep all this. I did it, it's finished. I think that probably took me like 45 minutes to an hour, so it's actually not too bad. Let's have a look. Here we go. On the top shelf is all the cereals and all my baking ingredients. Then down here we've got the wee basket with my kids' treats, all our sauces, oil, salt and pepper, my Nespresso machine corner, other pantry items, tin goods, crackers. On the next shelf down I've got all excess coffee, teas, drinks, pastas, rices, some coffee syrups and herbs and spices. Down here we've got lunch boxes, plastic storage, sandwich bags, and down here any appliances, spuds and a bottle of champagne. I think this is about as good as I can get it considering the limited space. I always start with the best intentions to keep it looking this way for as long as possible, but we'll see. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so pleased to get that job done, and it's one more thing off my list to finish off before the end of the Christmas holidays. I do have one more job that I want to get done, which is actually clearing out all my clothes. I really just need to be ruthless because I have no storage in this house and it's getting out of hand really quickly. I give most of my stuff to op shops. That's the last thing I've got on my list and I've got one more day to do it. I hope the new year has been going well for you and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.